Hello and good evening, everyone. Welcome to my newest lesson about Ielts A to Z. Thank you very much, dear viewers. And it's Saturday night here in the UK, and our local time is 10:55 p.m. And as you might be aware, it's a subscriber lesson. And if you are interested to join, you're more than welcome. What you have to do, you have to visit my profile, the subscriber button, and you'll be able to join me. If you're using for the first time, possibly you might be able to get 2 free lessons, trial lessons, which is really amazing. I believe that you should grab the opportunity before the opportunity is gone. So once again, guys, we'll kick off our discussion sharp 11 p.m. my time. So I don't know from where you're watching. However, thanks for joining and welcome. So amazingly, as you might be aware, IELTS is one of the tests which is required for you for studies, immigration, training, registration, or for the job purpose in many English-speaking countries around the world. And as you might be aware, sometimes it's not easy to get the required score. These classes will describe all the processes, techniques, rubrics, guidelines, and other information related to it. So thanks for joining, guys. Let's move on a little bit more forward. We'll start from the very basics of IELTS exam, that is related information. Many of my students up to now got very good scores in IELTS exam, and they got quite extraordinary marks, and eventually they got the visas of their destination countries, which is really amazing, exciting. Okay, it's also stunning for them that they got their required score. Okay, so once again, guys, our local time is sharp 11 p.m., which is the UK time, and with IELTS lesson. Let's crack on it. And here we go, guys. It's 11 p.m. The countdown has started. You must be aware that each and every class on the Hallo has a time limitation. starts on time and finishes on time.
Hello, teacher.
Hello, Ariane. Good morning.
Yeah, good night to you.
Yeah, how are you doing today?
I'm good, teacher. I just have off from from a new teacher, life class.
Astrology, I believe.
Yes, yes.
Can you please explain what does astrology mean?
I don't know, teacher. It's a new word for me. I haven't looked up dictionary yet.
Okay.
But it's a class about horoscope, teacher.
Do you know what is horoscope?
Yes, I know. Horoscope is something predict. I don't know. Tell about my personality. Uh, how can I say? I know that. I know, but I can't explain it.
Yeah, right. Horoscope means, each and every person of this planet, when they're born, uh, briefly speaking, there is an impact of the sun and moon,
Mm,
and it reflects to their character and their hand. This line, there are many lines in our hands, okay,
mm.
and that really deals with it. So
So it can tell your personality and your future, like just something like that.
yes, but many people do not believe in it. That's the challenging part. Okay, there are many good astrologer or astrologists, whatever you say. They can read
Mm,
these lines and tell about you, your characteristic personality, your past events, and possibly your future events. It's like kind of
mm,
forecasting.
mm.
Okay.
Yes, teacher. Thank
So
you for explanation.
you're very welcome and thanks for subscribing to this lesson. I think Eugene has also subscribed. I don't know whether he's going to join it or not.
Yes, maybe maybe he late.
Okay. Have you brought your notebook with you in this lesson?
Brought what, teacher?
Notebook to take some notes.
Notebook. Yes, yes. I have a note paper. Beside me.
Very good. Because you need to write some notes, especially in your writing. There would be homework every week, at least one. If you can do two, that will be great, and you can send me by email. I'm going to share my email
Mm-hmm.
address,
Okay, teacher.
so I'm a bit thirsty. Then I'll get it checked and I'll um, you know amend it. I'll suggest you what to do to develop your writing. I honestly, Aryan, English language learning is nothing but practice, and I know that you are very dedicated. You have subscribed to as many teachers as possible. You learn with them, you
Yes.
practice, and also you wake up early in the morning only for the lesson. I salute your strong desire, and obviously you'll be successful,
Mm-hmm.
sooner or later. Okay, sorry. This whole class is based on IELTS exam, but though it's an IELTS exam classes, we can discuss
Mm-hmm.
anything you like. So remember to stop me if you've got any question. We can ask and discuss from there.
Yeah, sure,
Okay,
teacher. Okay.
always stop me. Yeah, please, never mind. Yeah, and until you ask me, there is no way I can't understand whether you have got this question or whether there is an issue or so whether something needs to be clarified. Okay,
Okay, teacher. Okay.
very good.
So, it's writing. It's a writing class today.
Honestly, IELTS deals with all the four sections. As you know, the English language are the four important features or modules: listening,
Mm-hmm.
reading, writing, and speaking. Okay,
Yes. Forgot.
and these all are correlated. Two of these modules we call them input, and another two we call them output. What are
Mm-hmm.
the input modules? Input modules, one of them is the listening. We listen from
Yes.
outside. That means we are taking inside whatever the knowledge, like you are talking, I'm listening to. A teacher is speaking, I'm listening. A movie is going on, I'm listening to that. A
Mm-hmm.
podcast or YouTube video or any other resource you're listening there, audio or video or both together.
Mm-hmm.
This is
Yeah.
input number one. This input helps us when we are babies or children, and we learn the words from our mother, father, parents, family, surroundings, Then after that, when it starts speaking, that is the output. We
Mm-hmm.
listen first, then
Yes.
we talked. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So input, listening, output, speaking. Input, reading. You would like to read books, yeah? I'm sure you like to read
Mm.
books. I like reading a
So
lot.
output by writing, maybe? Output
Yes,
when.
output is writing, input is reading, output is writing. Now, the amazing part would be of this lesson that when you listen to anyone or when
Mm-hmm.
you read anything at all, then you'll have the opportunity to write in your own words.
Mm.
These sentences,
Yes.
these words are your own words. Okay, these are the place when we say reading is one input and writing is another output.
Mm.
So, how can be a good writer or how can be a good speaker? As you can see, the more you listen or the more
Yes.
you read,
Mm.
right? Remember that there is no limitation of listening, reading, okay? And there is no limitation of learning anytime. In the UK, we don't have any limitation of age for studying, which is why UK government has started Open University. Okay, have
Mm.
you ever heard it? Open University, the concept of Open University.
Open university.
Yes.
Uh, Open. No, I don't know.
Okay.
I haven't ever heard about
Oh, sorry, open. Wrong
that.
spelling. Open.
Mean you can learn.
Anyone
Uh,
can, not only you, anyone can take admission there.
Anyone.
Uh, uh,
So no exam to no exam to get in the
no,
university.
no exam. Only they've
Oh.
got minimum requirements, which each
Mm,
university has eligibility criteria. Now, if you're going to start a post graduation course, obviously the eligibility criteria will be to have, must have a graduation course before, right? You understand? This is
mm,
the reality. Like if you're going to study in, yeah, you say session, we call it level 7, you must have completed level 1 to 6 before. It's like a step.
mm,
Level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 7, level 8 is the highest in this country, which is a postdoctorate program.
mm,
Do you get it? So level 1 is bachelor's degree or undergraduate degree first year, then second year, then third year, fourth year, fifth, then masters, and so on.
mm. Yeah.
All right. The concept of open university brings each and every person to give the opportunity to study and develop more. And another
Yes.
flexibility is you can take classes anytime. They are open from morning 8 o'clock to night 10 o'clock.
Oh.
They've got
So
online
it's kind,
classes.
online classes. Oh yes, it
They've got
gotcha, teacher.
they've got online classes.
Mm,
They've got also offline classes, which is physical classes. Maybe once or twice a month you have to attend to the campus.
mm, mm.
So that is the amazing part, and the fees are very flexible. And another amazing part is that in the UK, most of the cases, the fees are paid by the government. If you're a British citizen or a resident of this country more than 3 years or 5 years, some cases,
So normally, if open university in Vietnam, it normally not belong to government. It's kind of, individual. How can I say, a person, open an university, and it's kind of the business, something like that. Is it?
okay, so you
Mm.
have got open university, but that is like privately owned, right?
Mm. Yes, yes.
All right, here it's just the other way around. The concept of open university is to give education for each and every person.
Mm.
And you may be aware in the UK, studying higher education is very expensive, but government has
Yes.
all the facilities like funding, loans, bursary,
Mm.
scholarship, and sometimes
Yes.
they also offer you job in return. Okay, we are going to pay you what you're going to do. You have to work for us 2 years, 3 years, something like that, you know. So that's really a very amazing idea and really staggering situation for the people who like to develop themselves.
Yes.
So, dear viewers, if you're watching silently, thank you very much for joining. You know, everyone is welcome to hop on and join me. And, it's very easy. Visit my profile and subscribe from there. Possibly, you might be able to get 2 free lessons. And also, if you don't want to take free lessons, you know, subscribe to me for a month, and I'm sure you'll learn a lot of things. So,
Yes.
I know that Aryan doesn't need IELTS exam, but she needs to know all these 4 modules to to help her children. She's mentioned it many times. That's
Yes.
that's why I support and salute you being a mom, being a business
Mm.
person. You're doing great
Yes,
job.
I. Oh, there's new subscriber, teacher.
Ah, that's great. First sheet. Thank you very much.
Welcome, Fashit. Fashit.
From Iran.
Mm.
I've invited you. Hello, welcome.
Hello,
Hello.
my friend. Hello, teachers. Hello, teachers. How are you?
I'm quite good. Thanks for the question. How about you?
Thank you, teacher. I am a new and I am a first talking with this application.
Oh, that's great. Congratulations and welcome to our app.
Thank you, and I very happy uh, for using this application. Very good.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
Meet Aryan, another amazing person and very amazing learner from Vietnam. Aryan, would you like to introduce yourself,
Yes.
please?
Okay. Hello, Fashit.
Hello,
And
Aryan.
everyone. Hello. I'm from Vietnam, and I have been using this app for over 1 year. Yes. So it's a great app to practice your speaking skill and make friends all over the world. So stay here, explore this app. I take time to do so. Crash it?
Yes, I mean this is a very good application for have a good friends all the world. Yes, but
Yes.
my talking very bad because my level very low to English.
Your is good. I can understand you. Yeah.
Yes, and I should uh, trying every day and practice every day English
That's
Yes.
for a
Let's
better.
do so.
Yes, yes.
that's right. So, first, please tell us a little bit more about yourself. Which part of Iran are you from?
Yes, I from North Khorasan.
Not
And my job is farming.
farming.
Yes, yes,
Very good. It must be midnight in your country, right?
yeah,
What is
yes.
what is the time in Iran at the moment?
In this moment, time uh, 2:30 in morning.
2:30.
Yes,
So it is 2:30 a.m.
yes.
And you didn't sleep yet.
I maybe have a coffee at afternoon, and
Oh,
yes, yes,
Great. Welcome.
and yes, and I am here in this night. Yes.
Great. Okay, we'll describe shortly. So this lesson is every Saturday night my time and Sunday night this time. So it should be midnight for you. It should be early morning for Ariane
yes, for me.
and
Yeah.
for Eugene as well. Japan. Japan is it 6 o'clock? I think, right? What's the time in Japan at the moment?
Oh, very
I
good.
don't know.
Have a good week. And in Saturday, your country is close all your country. Yes.
Yes, Saturday Sunday
Very
is
good.
weekend in the UK and many Western countries. Okay, and
Wow. Very great.
And also, because this is the first time this lesson has started, and thank you very much, you have joined it from the beginning, and I can see that you have subscribed on a trial lesson, so you'll get 2 free lessons, okay, today and tomorrow.
Yes.
And after that, if you think that my classes are helpful, then you have to continue subscription by paying money to Hello.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm very good. I'm nice to meet you, teachers, Aryan, and you, teachers. Thank you. Thank you.
No problem. Keep listening.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Yeah.
If you've got any questions, anytime you stop me and ask me, you can ask also Aryan as well. Aryan knows most of the answers as well. Okay, about this app.
Yes. And my level is low, and I think enough for this time.
Don't worry about the level, Farshid. Remember that more you practice, you'll be more expert. You have to believe in yourself that you will be doing better. Okay.
Yes. Okay. And I I understand you're talking, but I don't I can't speak. My speaking very bad.
No, no, you're not speaking bad. That's not true. You're speaking really well. I appreciate. You have to speak the same way. Don't worry. Okay, Farshid.
Okay, don't worry. But I think this is.
No problem. So this
Thank
class
you.
says what we learn from this class. I explained before you here. We learn 4 parts of English language: listening, reading, writing, and speaking. Especially speaking and writing is very important. If you want to be a good speaker, if you want to develop your career in the future, or if you want to teach your family, if you want to teach your relatives, your friends, first we have to know it well, right? Otherwise, it will be challenging for you to teach other people or family or outside. Okay, so I'll go briefly about IELTS exam, because though its name is IELTS, and what is IELTS exam, why it is needed, and who can sit for the exam, and where can you take the exam. Okay, Aryan and Farshid,
Yeah, teacher.
I'll go.
Yes.
I'll go it briefly. Then we'll start. Practicing what we need to practice. So as you see, IELTS stands for International English Language Testing System.
Hmm.
Okay, so it is needed only for 3 reasons mostly in English speaking countries. Remember, not everyone has to sit for the IELTS exam. Number one, if you want to study in any English speaking countries like the USA, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, UK, or some European countries, or if you like to work there permanently, or if you like to register there in healthcare professions like doctor, nurses, pharmacist, lawyer, okay, etc. And the third type of people who sit for the IELTS exam to test their English language. And IELTS exam is one of the most recognized tests around the world, and from it is taken from 194 countries, including territories. Okay, and there are 2 types of IELTS, as you can see from the concept. One is called academic, which is needed for Eugene is here. Oh, okay, I didn't notice that. Hello, Eugene. I've invited him. So academic test, as you can see, academic means academic studies. It could be undergraduate, it could be graduate, it could be postgraduate, it could be research program, it could be any visit on, any other studies. Uh, I have invited Eugene. Let me know. Thank you very much, Aryan, for the comment. And the second is, as we see, general test, which is needed only for immigration and working in another country.
Hmm.
Okay, and who controls the exam? From the UK, it's mostly British Council, but also as well as Cambridge University, and from Australia, IDP Australia, they're called. Okay. So who can sit for the exam? Generally 18 years old or above. And once you sit for the exam, there is a score. The lowest score is 1 and highest score is 9. There is no pass or fail marks. People say that very often, hey, I couldn't pass it. That's wrong. It is the assessment and level of English. When you sit for the exam, you got a band score. Okay, say if you get band score 5, then we can understand you are medium level learner. Get 5.5, a little bit upper, good. Okay, like upper intermediate, we say it. Then 6, 6.5, 7, 7.5. 9 is the highest, 1 is the lowest. Okay, and it is valid for 2 years, the certificate from the date of exam. So why it is 2 years? People think that if you don't practice English in 2 years, you're going to forget. So you have to resit it.
Yeah, okay, gotcha. So after 2 years, so people can, have to take
Again,
IELTS again. Oh
that's
my
right.
goodness.
If you need to, go to any country, or if you need the certificate again, it is valid only for 2 years. As I said, there is no pass or fail marks. There is only the band score that is from 1 to 9. How can I register? That's very easy. From online, through British Council, or from your local British Council office, or calling them, or you can sometimes send a form to them. They will call you back. It's very expensive, by the way, this test. The test fee is
Yes.
£175 to £195. It has increased this year. It is £200 now, around. And you can sit for the exam every month. There is no limitation. Okay. And there is another types of IELTS exam. It's called IELTS UK UI, that is needed for the partner visa, like if you're married to any. So if you're British, or if you're an Australian, New Zealander, if you get married, then your partner, whether it's husband and wife, has to pass the exam, and that's very low score. Okay. They take the test speaking and writing. Eugene, I don't know why I can't add you. Maybe it's a connection issue. Would you like to join, please, Eugene, again? All right. So,
Hey, it's here. Finally.
hello, Eugene.
Hello, Eugene.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, you seem outside, Eugene?
Yeah, yes,
Oh.
I had finished my work just now.
Oh, okay. No worries. Then you can mute yourself. Yeah. Thank you very much for informing us. Okay, so let me finish it quickly, brief description. Then we can go and start practicing. So what happens in many universities around the world? They offer scholarship for other countries' students. So we call them international students. And most of the cases, this is one of the criteria to get good score in IELTS exam and academic exam especially. And 7.5 is the most standard score in all of the 4 sections: listening, reading, writing, and speaking. Okay. And when I came to this country from Middle East, I had to sit for the exam as well, and I had to get 7.5. Okay. So 7.5 is more standard, even for scholarship, grant, bursary, and any other, government funding or university funding. Or format, there are 4 sections, as I have mentioned: listening, reading, writing, speaking. And they, academic and general tests, they also offer PBT, that means paper based test, and CBT is. So what happens if you choose to computer based test? Then you don't have to write in a paper with a pen. Okay, you have to type it. You will be given to write 2 tasks in writing section. You have to write it.
So isn't it when you go to take exam, so you can bring paper and pen or just a laptop, right, teacher?
No, they will
They can
provide you
choose.
the laptop. If it is a
Oh,
computer based, they will provide. There is test center. When you go there,
so it's kind of optional.
it's optional. You can choose paper based PVT or
Mm-hmm.
computer based CVT.
Yes, yes, gotcha, teacher.
Okay. So as I said, listening one part, reading one part, writing one part, and speaking is the last part. Some people prefer to take the test in computer. So what happens in that case, your exam reading especially, you'll be given reading comprehension. You can see on the screen. You have to scroll
Mm-hmm.
down, you have to read, and I have to answer by clicking. So if you should be expert in computer controlling, typing, okay?
Okay.
But think that no, you're not comfortable, then take the paper test. Then you'll be given a small booklet of reading. You read it, you'll have to give an answer sheet. You write the answer there. Okay. So listening is the first part in the IELTS exam. Then it comes reading, after that writing, and after the speaking. And some places they take the speaking exam in another day because of the you have to be taken one by one, not in a group. Okay. But for listening, reading, writing, it can be taken with a group. Any other question before we do the next explanation?
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't have a question. Do you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I think this is this is very early for me. Ielts, and
Yes.
I know that's a very necessary for all the world for travel and studying in another countries.
Right.
But this is very early for me. And yes, my teacher, I don't trust your myself or yes, I'm sorry, my teacher.
No worries, no worries. But if you want to join, I've got lesson in the morning as well. Tomorrow morning, you can check. Saturday morning, Sunday morning, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, every day morning. Okay, because this is a free lesson, you don't have to pay anything. You can choose to take morning classes. It's up to you. Okay.
Oh, I am a shock. That's a very good, and I never think uh, to have a IELTS. Yes,
IELTS.
very good,
Mhm.
very
Okay.
good.
So now let me finish it quickly. In academic test and general test, as you see, there are 4 parts. Only 2 parts they are different in reading part and writing part. So I will explain as we go through. The first part they take the test is speaking. So on the day of the test, you have to go at least 15 minutes earlier. You have to take your ID card, your student number, registration number, pencil, and rubber. Eraser, I call Americans call it eraser, we call it rubber. And you'll be given a seat in a big hall room, and there will be audio recording. Okay, you'll see other students as well. The listening test, it will be just played once. Remember that. That is, some people say this is very difficult part because this conversation is based on British English, pure British English, which doesn't have any impact of local dialect, and they use RP accent. If you remember, Aryan.
Sorry, I just forgot on chat. What did you say, teacher?
Yeah, you hopped up. Yeah, let me bring you. Okay, the audio part in listening test, they use RP accent. R,
RP.
RP stands for received pronunciation. I'll show you some
Oh,
demonstration. No, let me received pronunciation, which is very clear, neutral accent in the UK. Sometimes this accent is also called the Queen's accent because our Queen speaks like this. Also the accent of Oxford and Cambridge University and BBC English. Have you ever heard BBC English? Any
Yes,
of you?
teacher. BBC English. Yes, I sometimes listen to BBC Learning English, teacher. That's
And
great platform.
and their English is amazing because it's clear. Okay, they follow the pronunciation technique. Okay.
Yes.
So as I said, in reading part in academic, you will get 3 big passages. There will be 40 questions from there. And general test, you'll find 5 small paragraphs, but same type of question, 40 questions are there. And the writing part in academic, you have to develop the writing from a graph chart or bar chart. Okay, that's task 1. Task 1 writing. In writing, there are 2 tasks, task 1 and task 2, both of them. So in academic, you have to write at least task 1 in 20 minutes, 150 words. Okay. And similarly, for the general test, you have to write a letter on application or an email. If you remember, your teacher was asking, I was listening to him, did you ever write a business email? He said no, but you write emails. So we'll learn how to write business letters, business communication, business email. It will really be helpful for you, for all of the people who are listening to us in general test. Okay. Similarly, you have to write a letter or an email or an application in 20 minutes time and 150 words minimum. You can write a little bit more. And the second task in writing is, we call it an essay. It could be descriptive, argumentative, analytical. It depends. So you have to write at least 250 words in 40 minutes. Then we go to the reading part. Reading part we explain. In reading part, there will be 40 questions in 60 minutes. Remember, IELTS exam is a time control exam. When the time is over, your exam is finished. And you have to write the answer in 40 minutes. So listening has got also 30 questions, 40 minutes. And the advantage of listening part is that they will give extra 10 minutes to record your answer in the answer sheet. Okay, so I'm showing it once again. Listening 40 questions, approximately 30 minutes plus 10 minutes. Reading 40 questions, reading part, 60 minutes. Writing 2 tasks, task 1, task 2, 60 minutes total. Speaking 3 parts, task 1, task 2, task 3. Okay, any other question? Any question, Aryad or Farshid? I invited Eugene, but maybe he
No,
couldn't join.
teacher.
No, very good. No, thank you.
Okay, we'll start with listening and speaking part in IELTS today's class. Okay, and
Okay, let's try it.
also I'll give you homework for your writing.
Sure.
Eugene, welcome back.
Oh, thank you.
Are you at your?
Unfortunately, my battery is running out now.
You mean your mobile's battery, not your battery? You don't run by battery, are you?
Yeah, my mobile device battery is going to be running out.
Okay, no worries. This would be recorded. You can watch it later, but I'm going to give you the homework in the subscriber chat. Okay, it will be same homework for all of you, and I'll send my email address. What you have to do, you have to write the topic. I'll give you the hints how you can write it, and send it to me by email in Word format.
Can I just send on the group chat, teacher? Is it okay? Or just
Yes, you can send it group chat if you want to. Then I can download and uncheck it.
yes.
But remember to send it in Word format or Word file. If you send it PDF file, it will be difficult for me to download and print it. I don't have printer. All right.
Okay, sure, teacher.
Okay. So, as I said, listening, reading, writing, and speaking. We'll highlight today. We'll give little bit hints of speaking. So, in speaking part, hang on a second. Let me bring the speaking part. What type of question is there? Let me show you. One moment. Let me see if there is here anything. Okay, let's do this speaking. All right. I can't find the listen part at the moment. Are you okay, Eugene?
Yes. Probably. I will left after a couple of minutes automatically.
All right. Okay. Okay. We'll give you a little bit listening tips, then we'll go to speaking. So as you may remember, listening is the first part of IELTS test. There are 40 questions in 30 minutes. Remember that the questions will be given after a while. A booklet will be given in front of you if you take the paper-based exam. But if you take the computer-based, you'll be given a headphone and you'll see the question paper on the screen, computer screen, okay? Desktop or laptop screen, like the way we can see now. Okay, so the listening test is same for the IELTS academic and general. You'll need to answer 40 questions in response to 4 parts of reading, recording. There are 4 parts. You will listen to 4 recordings, which are a mix of monologues. You know monologues? When somebody explains something, we call it monologue. Or a conversation from a range of native speakers, and you will only hear each recording just once. Generally, there are 10 types of questions. Main ideas. The question tests your ability to understand main ideas, your factual information, opinions, attitudes of the speaker, purpose, ability to follow a development of ideas. So there are, as I said, 4 parts. Recording 1, a conversation between 2 people set in everyday social context. Okay, so in IELTS exam, there is always a question based on basic mathematics. I'll give you an example, okay? So what is basic mathematics? You know, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 to 4, 7:30, 8:30 time or number. So for example, a person is saying, the 7 o'clock train will be half an hour late. Have you heard of it, all of you? Like, the question is, the 7 o'clock, I'm writing it, 7 o'clock train is half an hour late. After that, they'll give you the example, like what time the train is coming. Is it 7 or 6:30 or 7:30 or 8 o'clock? Did you see the question, Aryan and Farshid?
Yeah, teacher. 7 o'clock train is half an hour late.
Okay, Farshid, thank you very much. If you have to go.
Excuse me, teacher. Please follow me before you turn off Mr. Ajin and Mrs. Aryan. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Sure, we'll do that later. Okay, so this is very basic mathematics. You don't have to know the higher scale of mathematics to find out this answer. Like the 7 o'clock train is half an hour late. So what time the train is coming, Aryan? Is it 7
The
o'clock,
7 o'clock.
6:30, 7:30, 8?
The 7 o'clock train is 7:30, right?
You said 7:30. Okay. First sheet. Do you see
It's
the?
half an hour. Half an hour. Oh, yeah, 7:30.
Okay. Eugene, are you there? I think Eugene is gone. So this is very basic mathematics. In IELTS listening part, you'll find this type of question. One of them. The 7 o'clock train is half an hour late. Yes. You had half an hour with the time. So it is 7:30. The train is coming. And sometimes they can tell in a different way, hey, the 7 o'clock train is coming half an hour earlier.
Mm.
Now it is coming
So,
6. What time it is coming?
6:30.
6:30. That's right. And another way they ask very often, hey, we expected 200 people, only 25% came. So how many people came?
Okay, can you repeat?
I'm writing. We expected 200 people,
Ah.
only 25% came.
Oh.
So how many people came?
25% came.
Mm-hmm. So we have to go on.
150.
Only 25% came.
25% came. Okay, so 50.
Very good. 50.
50%.
Yes. Not 50%. 25% of 100 is 25 people. For 200 is 50 people. So we expected 200 people, but only 50 people came. The other 150 people didn't come at all.
Mm.
Did you get the point? So in IELTS, in a listening part, there is basic maths like this. Okay, so recording 1 is like this type of question. You have to restate or paraphrase. Recording 2 is monologue again, speech about local facilities. Recording 3 is a conversation between 2 to 4 people. And recording 4 is like a descriptive part, which is like could be academic subject or weather forecast, maybe COVID, maybe science, maybe commerce, maybe economics, maybe politics, maybe university lecture. So as you listen, we need to see the question first before you answer it. In IELTS exam, they will be given the opportunity to see the question first, okay? And that will be really amazing to answer it. And that is the basic. And the questions are multiple choice questions. As you know, in multiple questions, sometimes this is the tricky part. A, B, C, there are 3 questions, 3 answers. And sometimes one question may have more than one answer. But if you don't answer both of them, you'll not get good marks. And there is no wrong marks if you give an incorrect answer. So my suggestion for those people who are sitting for the IELTS exam, always try to answer. Don't leave any question unanswered.
Mhm.
Then matching, from the speaking, you'll get some, you have to find the matching word. Then you have to find the plan, map, or diagram related. And sometimes you have to answer no more than 1 or 2 words. So remember, if it is no more than 2 words or one number, you cannot write more than 2 words. If you write more than 2 words, the third word will not be accepted. Okay. And as you see, there is a flow chart in speaking. We'll give demonstration with that test. Yeah, we have got sample test. Remember, we are going to do it later. We'll explain first how IELTS takes place. And sentence completion. Okay, there may be say fill in the blanks or synonyms or antonyms. Aryan and Farshid and Eugene, you have to write the synonyms and antonyms. And short answer question, similarly, almost similar. These are. Any other
Wow.
question before we go to the speaking task?
No, no, teacher. But I just feel like a lot of tasks we need to do in on our exam.
Yes, that's why sometimes some people think that it's very easy, and honestly speaking, it is not easy. If you're sitting for the first time, let me give you a practical example. One of my junior friends, he sat for 13 times in 13 months in IELTS exam to get his required score 7.5. In the UK, if you want to register in healthcare sector, like a doctor, nurse, pharmacist, or a civil, any specialist doctor, you need to have 7.5, which is very difficult. Academic in all the four sections
Oh,
individually.
7.5
7.
to get a job like doctor, something like that, teacher.
Yeah, 7.5.
Just for foreigner, right, teacher? Not for native.
No, not for
Yes.
the English people, not for the Americans or Canadians or Australian, New Zealander. Okay, it is only for the international, people who are coming to work or stay in this country. Like
Yeah, yeah.
when I came to this country, I was an immigrant, so I had to sit for the exam. Now, when I got my passport, I don't need my exam anywhere anymore. Okay, so but if I'm planning to get a scholarship for higher studies, in that case, they look for a result. Result is very important to get scholarship or funding. You have to have at
Yes.
least 70% marks, because everyone is trying to get a scholarship or funding from the government. Okay, then government think and say that, oh, we'll give the scholarship only to the very brilliant students of our country. Okay, any other question?
No,
No.
teacher.
Okay, the most challenging part in IELTS exam is speaking, and we will focus on speaking and writing most. And also in the meantime, we'll give you the, as I said, writing homework. Please, my request, I'm saying 3 times, make sure you finish it. Okay, so that before the next week, if you finish it, if you send it, I can check it, I can give you suggestion how you can improve. And another major important part of IELTS exam is we need to know a wider ranges of vocabulary. Okay, Ariane, which is very important. It is
Yes.
important for your writing as well as your reading as well as your speaking. When you know different types of words, when you read a paragraph, or then you'll be able to understand, oh, this sentence means this, like horoscope, astrology, astrophysics. Okay, do you know what is cosmos? Have you ever heard this word, cosmos?
Cosmos? No.
Cos Okay, your homework to find out the meaning of this word, cosmos. What does cosmos
Cos.
means? Okay, that is also related to the astrology and physics, astrophysics. So second part is that we need to know basic grammar rules, because you know the words but you don't know how to use them, then there is no point of knowing words. You know the words, now we have to know the grammar rules. These grammar rules will help you write sentences correctly and effectively, and that is very important for your development of writing. And if you write something well, obviously if you speak them loudly, it will be good practice of speaking. And in writing sections, without grammar, you can't write a correct sentence. Grammar is must. We always tell this, and mandatory to know.
Yes, teacher.
So which grammar you should know? Again, do you remember? I always mention tense. If you know tense, you know 80% of English grammar, because tense is related to your punctuation, your number of the, like singular, plural. Tense is related to the gender, male, female. It's related to the parts of speech. It is related to the first person, second person, third person. It is related to your voice and narration as well. It is related to the verb that we use very often in tense: regular verb, irregular verb, okay, present tense, past tense, future tense. And I'm sure more or less you have studied, Aryan, so as we go through, we'll again revise and polish our grammar.
Yes.
Okay, so in listening, I mean, speaking part, this is the very important thing. So in speaking task, if you remember, there are three tasks: task 1, task 2, and task 3. So what is task 1? And the task 1 is very general question. On the day of the test, the examiner will ask your name, and I will check your ID, like your passport or national residency card, and they will ask question about any of these topics, maybe a work or maybe family, maybe home life, maybe personal interest. You know, the amazing part of IELTS exam is it is not the knowing of English, it is knowing the rubrics. We call rubrics are those techniques which will help you getting correct score and more score. Okay, and one of the rubrics is you're using tenses correctly in speaking and reading and writing part. Like if you have been asked, hey Aryan, do you remember any childhood memory? How you're going to answer, Aryan? Let me test a little bit.
A childhood memory.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so um, my oh my goodness, I'm nervous.
Don't be nervous. We are just practicing.
Okay, so when I was a child, I lived in a small village in the north of Vietnam with my mom and my dad. Um, so I remember my mom was a primary teacher, and my dad was a soldier, so he always was far away from home. So because my parents was always busy, so they left me alone home with a dog. So I really, I still remember my dog. Its name is Misa, and it was a friend. It was a friend during my childhood. Um, uh, yes, I remember my dog.
That's amazing. You
Oh my
see,
goodness.
no, you did very well.
Oh,
You did very well because childhood is a past tense. Okay, this is the matter when we need to know grammar, and you used it correctly. When I was a child, I remember that my father was a soldier, and my father is a soldier, right? And your mother is a primary teacher, right? That is what you said.
yes.
And because of the busy life, they gave me a dog, and its name is Misha. Amazing. You have explained it very well. You see, what happens, honestly, you wouldn't believe. You'll be surprised to know most of the cases, students become nervous and they try to use present tense. Remember, because you're describing something from your childhood, which has gone long time ago, 20 years, 15 years, whatever, it doesn't matter. You have to use past tense, and that is the basic part of speaking. Understanding the question and answering them correctly. Okay, remember that if you don't understand the question, there is no way you can answer it correctly. Now, amazing part, if you do not understand the question when the examiner is asking you, you must ask the examiner politely, and you know that how to ask it, right? We learn it from a spoken English and grammar classes. Excuse me, sir, or excuse me, teacher, I really didn't get you. Or excuse me, please repeat, or please paraphrase, or please rephrase. Remember, these are the sentences we must use politely, and that is also part of our communication development. Okay, Aryan and Farshid?
Yes, teacher.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, very, very good conversation for me.
No
Very good.
problem.
And this uh, reading easily and speaking very difficult for me.
Okay.
And not more than of practice 3 years course every day and swimming one hours every day. Uh, th- that that's not more than yes yes.
I understand. Thank you very much, Farshid. That's so cool. Okay, Aryan, let's move on. Finish. We have got 5 minutes. So that is the listening, speaking part one, task one. In task 1, they also ask your name, like where are you from? Tell me something about your city or your country. Tell me about your family life or a childhood story. Tell me something you like, your hobbies, how to spend free time. These are the general questions. Depending on your answer, it takes 4 to 5 minutes. Okay, another amazing feature is that for every question, you'll get, oh, I lost you, Aryan. I'm bringing 20 to 30 seconds time to answer. Now, depending on your speed, you can say 4 or 5 sentences in the 20 to 30 seconds. Aryan, are you there? I think she must have left. Oh, no worries. Thank you very much, Aryan. I'll see you later. So watch it later because this session will be recorded. So what happens in that 20 to 30 seconds, you have to answer it, uh, correctly and to the point, we say, relevant way. And we are not limited to yes and no answers. We give you a little bit elaborative answer. For example, if you have been asked, what do you do? If you're a school teacher, we don't say I'm a school teacher. Rather, we said, I've been working as a school teacher for the last 5 years in New York Primary School, where I teach junior students English, grammar, and mathematics, rather than saying simply I'm a teacher. So this is one of the ways you have to answer. And also in IELTS speaking part, we try to use full answer rather than yes or no. Sometimes, hey, have you done this job? This answer is really an open question, I think closed question, yes or no. Yes, I've done it. I'm supposed to say yes. Do not say simply yes, say the full sentence, yes, I've done it, or no, I haven't done it. Okay, so after the task 1, we move to task 2, which is called cue card. What happens in the cue card section, you'll be given a card and there will be a topic. You'll be given 1 minute to think about the topic. And after that, you'll be asked to speak about the topic. Then you have to talk about the topic. And when the time is over, and the examiner will ask you to stop it, and then you go to the speaking part 2, 3, which is advanced and bit elaborate. So in this part, you have to answer analytically all the questions that you have been asked as speaking task 2 or related matter. Here, one of the questions would be a conditional sentence or a grammar demonstration. So grammar is always important, guys. Okay. Sometimes some native teachers says that you don't need to learn grammar. That's not true at all. And more or less, we all know grammar, honestly speaking, because we are from different countries, like Asian countries, or where grammar is taught in the very beginning when we start going to the school, primary level, or primary school, or secondary school. Maybe we're not taught about the phonetics and speaking, but definitely we are taught grammar and reading and writing. Okay, and as I said, we have got less than 50 seconds. This class is time control. When it comes 0, class shuts down. I'm going to give you a writing topic. Okay, Farshid, Eugene, and Aryan. So you have to write at least 10 complete sentences, not lines. Okay, sentence. A sentence could be 2-3 lines, and submit to me but for the next Friday. Actually, submit it in the next 48 hours so that I can check and give you the feedback. Any other question, Farshid? We're going to finish it soon.
No, thank you. Very, very thank you. Very, very thank you. Very nice to meet you in this class. Very good and useful. Thank you. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure to meet you. I'll see you later. Bye.